once in the amp, and then I replaced the fuse, and then the fuse blew again. So that just told me that the amplifier's taking it out. So if I'm real careful about this, we can get the hardest part out of the way first. Disconnect the 120 volts. Take this little metal protection plate off carefully, so we don't touch any of the hot components, which is kind of scary. And I guess the next thing we're going to do is get some tape. Disconnect the battery first. So we're doing all this hot. I'll get rid of the battery. That out of the way. We gotta be real careful.
You teach classes or something? You teach the class or something?
I have, yeah, I've done them before. And that will kill the power. You see the yellow light's going to slowly fade out. So that allows me to disconnect the amp wires. I can pull these off pretty quick. If I forget where they go back, I can always go and look at another amplifier or another power supply.
I'll have to take a picture of it.
Yeah, that's it. Take a picture of it. That's what we do nowadays.
I'll take a picture of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, back in the old days, you used to write it down, use wire markers, which I'm still doing. We use a Sharpie here and kind of mark these wires right here so I remember where these go. Before I pull them off. Looks like we just have the audio in and out. We don't have backup. And then we have the signal in. We'll mark them off real quick. You might get a call. They might hear the panel buzzing down there.
It's alright. They'll get over it.
Because when we disconnect these, it puts a couple extra troubles on the panel, possibly. Oh yeah. All right. I think it's just a matter of getting rid of all the screws now. I did take this down for a reason. I get this thing.
Not either way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is like pulling the engine out of a car.
What is this one screwed to a plate in there or something?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going to pull the whole assembly out and then I can get the amplifier off of it. It's about the only way to really do it. like 3 screws at the bottom, 2 on the top, and or 2 on the side, and 3 on the top.
You gotta take that off. Other one out too?
What's that? This one?
No. Transformer.
Yeah, the transformer. That's all part of the. That's all part of the plate right there.
Oh.
Yeah. This one's not too bad. This will come out pretty easily.
Keep that.
Okay. Now the fun part. It's the last screw. Now this whole thing, let's try to bring this out nice and easy. Yeah, buddy. Bring this over to the operating table. One thing that's real important, I learned this a long time ago. These 2 little screws back here that hold this amplifier on, right here. Okay, and one time I got these mixed up with a couple of the other screws. And the main difference is these screws are they're real little short screws. And the other screw was longer, and it actually went through this thing here and poked through the amplifier and grounded itself out. And then when I put the amplifier back, I had a ground fault. And I had to take the whole thing back out again, and you know. Yeah. Actually, after that, I got a phone call one day from another technician. He called me up. He said he replaced the amplifier, and after that, he had a ground fault on his panel. And I said, "Do me a favor, go put them short screws back in that amplifier." And he goes, "How do you know that's what the problem is?" It's like, I did it myself once. Yeah. And sure enough, you know, that was what the problem was with him. Okay.
It happens.
Oh yeah.
Don't it?
One of the things I want to check with this old amplifier and the new amplifier is this capacitor. It's all in. This capacitor, that resistor, and that resistor. Sometimes you'll see that they're cut out, and you got to make sure that you cut them out here. On this one, it's not cut out, so we don't have to worry about that. And then the other thing I want to do is compare my jumpers. I got one there, one there, one there. Let's look at, we gotta put this one. This one probably tells you it's backup amplifier. And one there. Okay, they're all the same. Got my jumpers in here. Everything looks pretty good. Put the new guy together. See, later on, I think the factory figured this out, so they made these little short screws into Phillips head screws, and instead of Torx head or flat screws, so they could be identified as being different from all the rest of the screws. I guess enough people made that mistake that they figured it out.
Very much.
Okay. Hmm?
It ain't gonna take long at all.
Oh, if I was putting a board in, it'd be done. I've done a lot of these, so it goes pretty quick. I was going so fast I forgot where these wires went. So what do I do?